think you had to draw it out. Okay, so 7 pi over, you cannot do it without converting to degrees. That's the challenge. The challenge is to understand, hold on, let me going here. So they says, hey, let's do 7 pi over 6 without
I'm friends with them.
so without going through here. So that's gonna go to 7 pi over 6, rough layer here, because this one is 6 pi over 6. Okay, this is 6 pi over 6. Does that make sense? And it's really important to understand that's a 6 pi over 6 because 6 pi, this is a pi, this is 2 pi, so this is a 12 pi over 6. We can come back to talk about that because that's super important. Half circle is a pi, the whole circle is 2 pi, but 2 pi can convert to 12 pi over 6, or half pi is going to convert to 6 pi over 6, or 4 pi over 4, or 5 pi over 5. This is a very, very key thing. Later down, you're going to have to memorize the unit circles. Questions? Next question. Any other questions that you have? Huh? 35. 35 says 2 radians. Okay, so 2 radian, you want to convert it to degrees, right? So remember pi radian, and the radian will cancel out, and this is 180 degrees. So it'll be 2 over pi times 180. So it'll be 360 over pi, and that's roughly, I don't know. Huh? 115? No. 115 degree? Okay. It's roughly 57.3 degrees, so times 2 is roughly 114.6 degrees. Yeah. Huh? 39. Pi over 13 radian, so same thing, pi over 13 radian. Change to pi radian, 180 degrees, so pi radian cancel out. 180 divided by 13. I have no idea is that. It's probably somewhere 16, 17-ish.
Negative 4.8 radians.
Huh?
I think I might have mixed them up. The negative 4.8 radians.
Yeah, that same thing is 2 radian. That same thing. You just negative 4.8 radian. And you're gonna have a pi radian. Usually you don't write down radian unless the question write down radian. So the radian cancel out, right? And that's gonna be negative 4.8 times 180 divided by pi. It's roughly 200 some degrees, I think. Negative 200 some degrees. I don't have a calculator. I don't know what is it. Other questions that you might have? Coterminal angle. Any question about coterminal angle? Yes.
For general, you can either go like negative, if like you're adding 360, you can either go negative or positive, as long as it's a full circle around.
Yeah, as long as it's a full circle around, but they did give you a restriction. They say find a positive angle less than 360. Yeah, so they wanted less than 360. So that just says pi, let's say 67. I hear somebody say 67. So it's negative pi over 50, right? So 67 negative pi over 50. Is this a positive angle or negative angle? Negative. So, but you can add 360, right? Or you can add 2 pi. And if you add 2 pi, that's going to be negative pi over 50. This one is going to be 50 over 100 pi. So I think it's 99 pi over 50. Is that right? And that's coterminal angle. Any other questions? All right. Now, I usually spend some time to talk about this. And I usually ask a student a very hypothetical questions. Okay. Here's a question, and I want you guys to debate about it. I have a two wheel. One wheel is, anybody know about cars here? Like either boys, Robert seems like that type of person know about cars. What kind of car you drive? F-150? Oh, that's a truck. Okay. How big your wheel is? 35 inches diameter? Diameter? Okay, so 35 inch. So 35 inch diameter. Okay, so 35 inch diameter versus, anybody else have cars here that they know their how big their wheel is. Ryden, do you have car? No. You do?
Yeah, but I don't know.
What would you say normal car? How wide? 24 inches? Okay, so let's talk about this. Now, let's just say Robert is gonna race Michael. Now, and we're gonna assume one conditions, okay? The wheel rotate exactly the same speed. The wheel rotate exactly the same speed. Okay? And he's driving a 24-inch diameter, and Robert's driving a 35-inch diameter. Which car is going to go faster? I want you to think about it before you answer me. I think a lot of you guys just go with your gut, and that gut feeling is very scary. So I want you to think about it. Don't talk to the other person. I want you to think about it. I want you to vote which cars can go faster. But the condition is the wheel is rotating exactly the same speed. Okay, so that was the condition. So I want you to think about which car is going to go faster. Don't talk to each other. I'll give you a minute to think about it. A 35-inch diameter wheel versus 24-inch diameter wheel. And it's rotating exactly same rotations per minute. It's RPM, revolution per minute. That's what I call it. You guys all think about it or no? Or still don't know? Does anybody need more time to think about it? Okay, let's vote. See which car is going to go faster. The F-150 with 35-inch wheel. Raise your hand. You have to vote if you want to choose 150. Okay, and then how about the other car? Okay, exactly half and half. That's what I assume too. One of them's right. I want you to debate with each other. Who's right? I want you to talk to each other. What do you think is right? It's a really simple question. All right, I don't know if anybody convinced. Is anybody switch the vote? Raise your hand. Do you switch vote, or you still insist on your vote? You still insist on your vote? You switch the vote. Which one you switch to? You switch to 35. Okay. Anybody else switch from maybe 35 to 24? And it's still the same vote. Okay, so 35 inch, raise your hand. 24, raise your hand. Huh. Okay. If you guys are sure of your answer, convince each other again. So this table is all 24 inch. And that table is all, Robert is all 35 inch, right? Huh? Is that for Safa? Okay. So you guys convince Safa. And Safa's job is to convince you why it's 24. And the same as Austin. You gotta go talk to Robert. What do you think? I don't know who, I haven't told you who's right yet. Talk to each other. You know, like emoji goes like this. The problem is you don't think. You rely on Austin's logic.
I literally said it's because that 24 can rotate faster. It's more than a minute.
You didn't pay attention to the question. All right, so let me ask what people think. Okay, so let's ask Michael. What do you think?
24.
24? Okay, so Ryland's laughing. Why is Ryland laughing? Ryland, why are you laughing? You just let you it make you laugh? Okay. Mackenzie, what do you think? You think 35? Okay. Charlotte, what do you think?
24.
24. Nobody switching to mine. Annika, what do you think? 35? Okay. Neil? 35? Oh, okay. 35, 35. Huh? I don't know.
Is that the same distance? The question is which one's the farthest?
Wait. We have a third option here. Somebody says third same speed.
What? Wait, isn't it cool faster? Look at the road. Wait, the question is that doesn't rotate.
I have a pool camera. All right, so anybody's changing the answer right now? Wait, Annika, change your answer. You don't know. I'm confused. Huh? All right, so what if I don't tell you the answer?
Is it online? The answer.
So it turns out the question is kind of vague. No. It turns out there is two types of speed that you guys don't know about. One is called linear speed. One is called angular speed. But the question says, is rotating the same exact rotation between car A and car B. Okay, same rotation. So that means the angular speed are exactly the same. But the speed that you know of, one of them is correct. I'm still not telling you. But I want you thinking about I just want you to think about it, but because sometimes it's good to think about those stuff. There was a Veritasium video about the SAT question that is wrong in 1980s. And that question, only 3 students got it right in the whole nation. Whole nation. 3 students got it right. And they talk about a different thing. They talk about different math. Different than this, what way harder than this. Something I didn't even understand before and I understand afterwards. But this is just a very basic question that you gotta learn to think and you gotta learn to listen to other people. I want you to be able to listen to other people's opinion. Instead of stuck in your own ideas, you have to be able to learn to listen, and you have to know which one's right and which one's wrong. What if a flat earther coming to you to tell you the earth is flat? And they give you the reason, they give you the logistic of it. Can you decide? So, and Neil deGrasse Tyson talked about this before, is talk about like intellectually laziness. Intellectually laziness is you don't think about it, you just either think about, you don't puzzle things out. So I want you to think about things instead of just but we're gonna spend whole period talk about this. Is very, very important. The important is not to find out the answer, you discover the answer that is makes sense. Okay, so a flat earther can tell you about why the earth is flat, and they also can give you the logic, but you have to be the one that decide whether earth is flat or round, right? You have to be able to think what is right, what is wrong. Apparently, by looking at it, earth is flat. By just looking at it, earth is flat. Right? I'm not a flat earther, by the way. But you got to think about those things. Intellectually laziness. Do not have that. Think, listen. Try to form a logic of it. Okay? Not into a rabbit hole of conspiracy theory, like the earth is flat. So yes.
You can prove that the earth is not flat if you look at the water, both slowly go down. Just simply looking at stuff. Flat.
Well, yeah, but they can, but if you go talk to flat earther, they're gonna say the earth is flat just by looking at it.
Even just by looking at it, some buildings, and I mean like the Amazon mega warehouses, are big enough to take the curvature of the earth into consideration.
Yeah, but can you see it from your eyes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
Okay. That's what they will argue with you, though. That's what they will argue with you. I'm like I said, I'm not a flat earther. I believe the earth is round, and I know the earth is round. But that's what they will argue with you. They will come and argue with you. So you gotta be the one to think about things. So I want you guys always think about small things that it you know, like small things. Those small things are very, very important. So what do you think the answer is? Anybody will switch the boat right now? You Austin switching the boat.
I still search something up, but
Huh?
I didn't search up the answer, but I just like I searched something up.
You search something up,
Yeah, solidify.
solidify your answer. Okay. Okay. Okay, solidify your answer.
I know the formula.
Okay, so let's hear it.
Like speed is distance over time, and if you guys are both driving for 10 seconds, you're covering more land with the bigger wheel. And so if you do that or that amount of distance you cover over the 10 seconds both cars went, the larger car will go further and the speed will be greater.
So you did change your answer.
Yeah, 35.
Okay. So he changed his answer. Okay, so I'm kind of proud of Austin because he chose the wrong answer at the very beginning and he switched to the right answer. Imagine that I'm running the same stride as Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt, the Olympic runner who run like 9.46. Okay, imagine that I can make the same stride as him, same stride speed. I don't know people who runs like Katie, right? she probably understand a little bit more. If I make it the same stride as, if I can take the same amount of step as Usain Bolt, but Usain Bolt is like 2 feet taller than me. His leg is way longer than me. So there's no way I can beat him. He's gonna be way faster than me. He's gonna finish in 9 seconds. I'm gonna finish at 15. If I can reach 15. Right? So that is the idea. So a lot of people don't understand. But if you're talking about angular speed, that means stride speed. Like how fast you can stride, making one stride of the thing. So that angular speed are the same. So that's kind of tricky. I didn't tell you which kind of speed it is. I'm just talking about speed. But the speed that you know is how much distance cover how much times. So guys, please use your brain to think about things, analyzing things, and it's not be afraid to change your answer like Austin is. It's fine. That is a kid I'm proud of because Iowa says he's wanting to switch and he doesn't mind to take other people's opinion. He'll take Ryland's opinion and Robert's opinion. And he listened and he says, well, let's form a logic of it and see if it makes sense. Looking up certain things, that's fine. But if you know your answer is 35, don't get convinced. Otherwise, you gotta form your logic. Annika doesn't know. I'll be confused by talking to Charlotte, right? But it's okay. A lot of times you gotta to think of those things, and I'm gonna talk about why those things are important. Linear speed, angular speed. So if you go to a something, let's just say, I have a 35-inch wheel, and if I'm going at 400 rotation per minute. So RPM is rotation per minute, but we're talking about the wheel, not the engine, not the things that inside your car that shows RPM. That's the cogs inside, and but the RPM. So how fast is he going? If we rotate at 400 revolution per minute, how fast is he going? Can you tell how fast is Robert's going if it's rotating 400 revolution per minute? Now, does everybody understand why 35-inch is correct? If you still don't understand, raise your hand. Good. All right. So revolution per minute. How fast is this car going if it's going at 400 revolution per minute? How fast? You need to learn how some dimension analysis work. Okay? So I'm going to start by writing down 400 revolution per minute. So 400 revolution per minute. I'm going to write it like this. Is that okay? Now, each revolution, I'm going to say, well, how far the distance I cover. If I take this, right? If I take this, going around, how far is linear distance I'm going to cover? What is that linear distance? Yes. Okay, sure. How far am I going? So I'm going to say 1 revolution because I want a revolution to cancel. This is a dimensional analysis. You're going to be doing this in chemistry or AP chemistry. Okay? 1 revolution. How much 1 revolution cover? The circumference of a circle, right? So it'll be 2 pi times r. What is r? 35 inches. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's radius, so my bad. So that's gonna be diameter, so it'll be 35 pi. Because diameter times pi is a circumference, right? So C is equal to d pi. Is that okay? And we have a diameter, so it's 35 pi. What unit is that? What unit is that? Inches. Good. Can you convert us inches to feet? How many inch equal to 1 feet? 12. So what do I multiply?
1/12.
Huh?
1/12.
feet over, good, write down feet over 12 inches. How many feet in 1 mile? 5,280. Good. So be, so how do I write this?
Feet over
1 feet is on top or on bottom?
bottom.
Bottom, okay. And 5 to 80, right? Oh no, sorry. 1 feet is on the bottom. No, it's not correct. So 1 feet is on the bottom. No, actually, sorry. 5 to 80 feet in 1 mile. Sorry, my bad. 5 to 80 and 1 mile. Is that okay? Because I want a feet to cancel. Now, usually speed is what? Mile per hour, right? So what is this? This is mile per minute. So how do I change minutes to hours? Times what? No.
1 per 60.
So 60 on the top or 60 on the bottom? 60. Are you sure? You want a minute to cancel, right? Because this minute's on the bottom, right? So you want a minute to be on the top now. For it's what? 60 minutes over hour, right? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So I'm going to cancel everything out. Revolution, cancel revolution. Inches, cancel the inches. Feet, cancel the feet. Mile is going to be left over. Minutes, cancel the minutes. So you're going to get mile per hour. So I'm going to do 400 times 35 pi times 60 divided by 12 and times 5 to 80. Can somebody use a calculator divide it out for me? Make sure you do a parenthesis on the top and parenthesis on the bottom. Make sure you have an extra parenthesis over there. So how fast is it going if you're going 400 revolution per minute? Yes. Yeah. Can somebody work out for me? 41.6. Does everybody agree? Because minutes on the bottom and the minutes on the top. When you multiply, the bottom and top can cancel. Anything bottom in this minute here is on the bottom. This is minutes on the top. It's like 2 times 8 times 8 over 1 like this. 8 can cancel out like this. And that's 2 over 1. Okay, so that's how you convert the revolution per minute. So angular speed are the same. They go in the same angular speed, right? Because it's 400 revolution per minute. Now, how do you find angular speed? That means how fast the angle is changing, right? So, gotta think about those things when you're doing stuff. If you want to find the angular speed, it's going to be 400 revolution per minute. And each revolution is going to be how much? Each revolution is what? 360 degrees. So it'll be 2 pi. So it'll be 800 pi. 800 pi radian per minute. So that means I'm changing 800 pi radian per minute. Kind of makes sense. 2 pi is what? It's 1 rotation, right? This is how fast the angle is changing. It's rotating, 400 revolutions. That means 800 pi. So this is angular speed. First angular speed is going to be the same. And this is a linear speed. Now linear speed is 45. It's going to be less. So I want you to figure out how fast is 24" and it's going 400 RPM. Two ways to figure out. One's a shorter way, one's a longer way. I want you to do a longer way. I will actually ask you to do dimension analysis. This is very good for chemistry and very good for SAT. You want to convert one unit to the other unit? This is a very awesome way to do it. I actually teach little kids about this. 6th grade kids. How to do this. We calculate how fast cockroach is running. So we look up cockroach running for feet per second, and we convert it to mile per hour. We realize cockroach can run pretty fast. Today you want to convert, you want to be able to use S equal to R theta, and today you also be able to find speeds of something compared to the other one, knowing the same idea, but one revolution, this part is really important that you gotta know. One revolution is equal to one circumference. Circumference is 35 pi. So that's how you convert it to inches. And then the inches is gonna convert back, yeah. Because that's how much each revolution is going to change. Is a 2 pi. It's a circle. 2 pi is a circle. Good question. This is not on a pre-calc, but this is just a very general idea. And I want you guys to have good discussion in math. I hate the math class, just pure silence. I love you guys talking to each other, debate with each other. I don't know who's right, who's wrong, but I love to see people talk about math because that's when you learn around touching each other and say understanding. Okay, so comprehending things rather than just take my word as a fact.
Yeah, around 20.6.
Okay, so you got to be able to convert today. Is that okay? Now, S equal to R theta is very useful. On SAT, it's also use that. So I'm going to give you a simple question. Let's say if I have central angle is, give me a number, 36. Okay, 30, no, actually, I'm going to do 48 degrees. Central angle is 48 degrees. And if I have a diameter is equal to 10 centimeter. Okay, diameter is 10 centimeter. Can you find two things? Can you find the area of a sector? What is area of a sector?
Wait.
Yes, right ends, right? It's like this. What is that sector? So if this is a 48 and this diameter is 10, remember, I didn't give you radius, I give you diameter. It's 10. What is this area of this sector? Now, or I can ask you, what is the arc length? What is arc length? Arc length means this, it's 48. And we're looking for this length right here. Now, you can use S equal to R theta, or you can use the basic geometry. Basic geometry, the way it's going to go is this. Think about pizza. If you break a pizza to 360 slices, right? And I have area of sector is going to be 48. So be 48 over 360. That means I only have 48 slices. I want to find out area of this pizza. Well, what is area? Well, area is pi r squared. So pi times phi squared. Does that make sense? So then you will have, 48 times 25 pi over 360. And that is going to be area of sector. Because this is a pi r squared. This is a pi r squared. And 48 out of 360, that means I'm asking only 48 slices out of 360. I can use the same idea to do this. 48 over 360, but times by circumference, which is 2 pi r, which is 2 pi r in here, which is 48 over 360 times 2 pi times 5. So it'll be 10 pi, so it'll be 480 pi over 360. And that will be like, I don't know, 4 over 3 pi. Okay, so that will be the arc length. You gotta be able to find area of sector, arc length today. You basically multiply the percentage by the area, or percentage by the circumference. You should be able to get each. Now this one's not in the pre-calc. This one is a basic knowledge of basic thing. Tomorrow we're gonna go into basics, right triangle, Togatoa, and after that we're gonna talk about unit circles. Huh?
That's a weird camera.
It was recording us. 360.
I got it. You had a test today, right?
Yeah, I did.
Right. I mean, I have about like 7 minutes of smartness in me, so
7 minutes.
as long as I have my calculator right now. I'm scaring myself. No, that's I can't find it.
What is that thing? Is that a camera? Okay. Huh?
Oh, art line. I hate it.
Are you copying it?
Yeah.
Did you forget it?
No, I didn't forget. I just didn't have time to go through.
Yeah, that's shit.
Yeah, so bad. I start crying like on the spot. Are we ready to put that?
Already.
One minute remaining until. I was like,
Okay, first question and no calculator.
Just like put it away.
No, you don't have to put away. You can leave it. All right. First page coming.
Figure it out after you go. Probably gonna end up here with a different page. These friends are like you speak. Yeah, I know. I'm reading answers. We're gonna have you cheating.
You want to be very precise, even though if you know how to do it, be very precise on doing things because you're gonna treat it this is an actual FRQ.
So
Every points counts. So the other page. decimal places. On AP exam, nobody's gonna give you a warning, so you're gonna have to rewind that those. 8:39.